Alright, my fellow Synchron enjoyers, welcome back to another video. So for the past year, I've been playing Adventure Synchron exclusively and nothing else. And I love the deck, but at the same time, I felt like I want to try something new. So I threw together this list. It's a Stardust Runick Bystial. And I took it to locals past Friday, and I had a lot of fun playing it. It's a really cool deck, and I wanted to show you. So I came across the idea for a similar concept a few months ago when I watched a video from some French guys. One of them was playing a similar list, and he topped like a regional or something. And then I threw it together because I had the Runick stuff and the Bystial Engine lying around at home. So I thought, why not give it a go? But I never took it pretty seriously. I just threw it together and drew some test hands and tried some combos and stuff. And then I put it aside again, focused on Adventure Synchron because I took Adventure Synchron to all the regionals I've been this season and also the last season almost. The first few tournaments last year, the first two I think it was, I played Sword Soul. Still have that lying around as well. If you're interested in my take on it, you can like tell me so in the comments if you want to see it. But yeah, it's more like kind of a pet deck. Like these Synchron decks are my real decks, if you can call them that. So a few days ago, 037 Wolf, shoutouts to the man himself made a video about it. He took it to his OTS and made top 8, I think. So yeah, congrats. And I liked his list even more, his concept. So I threw it together. I just made some minor changes here and there, mainly when it comes to deck size, and yeah, the extra deck is a tiny bit different, but nonetheless, I still wanted to show you. So the locals was super fun. Let's go about the matchups there pretty quickly. It's just like a Friday evening locals. My local game stores just like chill 3 rounds and maybe 4 if we're enough players. But so yeah, we played 3 rounds yesterday. Round 1 I played against Dynamorphia. I 2-0'd him. Round 2 I played against Purely. That was a draw. Like the game 1 was, I don't know, 30 minutes long or something. And he won that, and game 2 I won in time. So yeah, and round 3 I played against Voiceless Voice, and I also won 2-0, I think. So yeah, and with that being said, I would say let's jump right into the deck profile. So first, the heart and soul of the deck, triple Stardust Synchron, and with him triple tuning. This is just like our Synchron name in this list. I thought about maybe adding the Assault Synchron or something, just so you have another option if you open multiple tunings, or Stardust Synchron in the tuning. But so with the Stardust Synchron as the search targets, I decided to play like 037 did, the Illumination and the Arrive in Light. The Illumination is optional. It can come up like in later turns, or even as a pseudo starter, quote unquote, like it kind of subsidizes tuning. You just miss out on 1 Stardust summon then, and you are locked into synchros pretty early then, if you have to rely on his tribute effect to get him out first. Arrive in Light is there for the Converging Wills, and the Converging Wills brings out the Brotar. He's mainly there to search out the Bystials. So if you open like Stardust and a Runick, you can still access your Bystial Engine. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this ratio. I cited this one out a lot going second, because it's it's not really needed. It's, you know, like I said, it's just for going first, it's an additional starter. So next for the Runick part of the deck, I played double Fountain, triple Tip, triple Slumber, triple Flashing Fire, triple Freezing Curses, and triple Destruction. I decided not to run any of the bad ones, like Dispelling and Smiling Storm, or even Droplet. I don't focus too hard on the Runick part of the deck. And I think these two are the best ones, especially for going first, because you can banish cards from your opponents to make you discard alive to protect your combo from Nibiru. So yeah, I was happy with them. I felt like I was seeing them enough. I don't think there's a need to play more of those. Yeah, I was happy with that ratio, and it's more like a supplementary engine. So I decided, like Leo, to play more of the Bystials. So I played double Lubellion, one Magnamute, double Saronir, double Drewsworm, one Baldrake, and one Regained. Yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The Saronir is actually a pretty good discard for Hugin, because you can then trigger him in the grave and send a Lubellion. And the Regained enables just an insane resource loop for the deck. You can even return like your Stardust Synchrons after they are banished when using their own effects to return and draw a card. And in the combo where you make this pattern, you Synchro summon him away for SMSD. And then during the opponent's turn, if he summons something, you can revive the Dispatter, and that's pretty cool. And then for the non-engine, I played double Talents, one called by for hand traps, and for mainly going second, double Droplet and double Evenly. Yeah, this was pretty nice. Like, I played similar non-engine in Adventure Synchron and it worked there, so I felt like, you know, why not play it in this list as well. A Droplet seems kind of free most of the time, because you can go like tuning and then chain Droplet to send tuning and negate something, or you go like the Runicks, and you can build up a chain with like two Runicks or something, and then chain Droplets to send away both. So there's some utility there. And the Evenly is just a blowout. It actually works pretty nice with the Runicks, I think. You just call battle phase, and when you're in battle phase, you can freely activate your Runicks to like destroy something that, or negate something that would negate your Evenly matched, and then you just hit him with that. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I really liked this ratio a lot. So this list is 43 cards. You can cut it down a bit for sure. Like, you could cut one Drewsworm and a bit of the non-engine and the Illumination if you want to keep it at 40. But I felt like consistency-wise this was pretty decent, because you don't really want to open your Converging Wills, and you certainly don't want to open your Brotar. I never opened them like during my test hands and during locals. So yeah, I think I will keep it like that for now. Let's have a look at the extra deck. So I played double Hugin, one Moonin and one Gary for the Runicks. You know, this one just adds the field spell, this one gains life points during the end phase, and this one grabs back a fountain from the graveyard. So yeah, that's... You could run the level 9 as well, but there's not really a synchro option with him. I mean, you could reduce your Stardust by 1 and then go into a level 12, but yeah, I felt like it wasn't needed. I mean, it kind of would be nice because it's like an SP at home, and I don't have an SP Little Knight, so consider this list a budget list actually, because there's no SP or Typhoon in it. And then for links, I played 1 seals. Yeah, you can make that during the combo if you wish. Out of like a Lubellion and a Brotar, just to have an additional interruption. And yeah, but this was the only link monster I played. There was a situation where I wished I had another one just to get rid of the Hugin in the extra deck, because I didn't had access to another Stardust Synchron for like 1 or 2 turns. And then I felt like, oh yeah, you know, if I could link this away, I could go into more Runick plays. But so yeah, the second link, this should be an SP, and I'm not too excited about like paying 90 to 100 bucks for an SP. But yeah, maybe I pick one up. I don't know. Depends on how seriously I'm gonna pursue this deck. And then for the synchros, I played the Altergeist synchro. So this one is there for if you open only Stardust Synchron and 1 Runick. Because this one states that if it gets tributed, you can special summon it back. So that's how you get into a level 10 synchro then, with just 1 Runick and Stardust. Coral Dragon, just another generic 6. You can use it for board breaking, and the draw is nice. I mainly go for this one if I open 2 Runicks and Stardust. Then I played an Omega. You can make that by using Gary and Stardust Synchron, or bumping the level up with Illumination and then go with Moonin. Just an 8. And it also like can return resources, and if you have this pattern setup, you can, as a bonus, like keep the opponent's hand in check. And then to the level 10s, which is the most common level in this deck, I played 1 Chengying. It's just great in Runick decks in general because of their banishing effects. 1 Ruddy Rose. You need this one just as a generic Dragon Synchro if you go for only Stardust and Runicks. But I've never used the effect to banish from the graveyard, because I wasn't too excited about banishing like 3 Runick spells from my grave or something, so yeah. Then 1 Chaos Angel, pretty strong. You can make this one with a light and darks like super easily. The Purely player had a pretty hard time outing it. That like carried me through all of game 2 against the Purely player. I played Disparter. He's super important in this deck. I think you can miss out on SP, but you certainly need a Disparter if you want to play this list. And the synergy with like the rest of the Bystial Engine is just godlike. Then I played 1 SMSD, no, 2 SMSD actually. So you make one the standard way with the Converging Wills and a Dragon Synchro. And the other one you can cheese out with a Crimson Dragon. In one of the combos you can synchro off the Lubellion and a Stardust Synchron that you revived into Crimson Dragon, and then you can go for the second SMSD. Either during your turn, or if you feel super poly, you can also wait during the opponent's turn. And then lastly, off to the side deck, I threw this one together last minute. So I decided to play Triple Judgment, just as a generic out to like blowout cards or something. I'm probably gonna switch this up for D-Barriers or something, because I noticed that games can take pretty long actually with this deck. It can get pretty grindy, so you know, if you side this in a game 2 or 3 scenario with like only 15 minutes on the clock or something, it can be quite dangerous. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna switch this out for D-Barriers, like I said, or even maybe Dogwoods or something, just to have a time option, because I went to time twice actually, I think, during 3 rounds. So yeah. Then Triple Cosmic, mainly for like Floodgates and other Runick decks. I feel like Cyclone is just, you know, a strong card overall, especially this format. Then I played, for the go second cards, just board breakers, triple ruler, double lightning storm, one feather duster, and then the third droplet, the third evenly, and the third talents, depending on the situation and the matchup, whatever I feel like is best. And so yeah, that's the list. Like I said, it's super fun actually. It's I kind of enjoyed the play style. It's way more back and forth like the adventure synchron list. But you know, I just love the adventure synchron list as well, just for different reasons. This version doesn't combo that hard like the adventure synchron one, but yeah, get ready for some great gameplay. Like I had a chat with one of my opponents after our match, and he said, "Yeah, that's way more back and forth like the adventure synchron list, isn't it?" And I said, "Yeah, it's crazy. What you actually get to play some Yu-Gi-Oh when you go first, because your board is strong with that list, but it's not that oppressive as the adventure synchron list. Like if you go first with adventure synchron and do your combo, you always win basically." Yeah, so this is a breath of fresh air, so to say. So yeah, I'm probably gonna take a deeper look in this list as well. I had a lot of fun with it, and probably gonna do some combos as well in the future if you're interested. And yeah, see you in the next one.